I woke up early. The house was quiet. I walked to the kitchen. I made a cup of tea. My hands felt cold. My heart felt heavy. I looked at my phone. There was a message. It was from my husband. He wrote a short line. He wanted to talk. My stomach felt tight. He came home early. His face looked hard. He did not smile. He sat on the sofa. I sat in front of him. The room felt small. He said he met someone. His voice was flat. I did not speak. My ears rang softly. My body felt stiff. I looked at my hands. He said he wanted divorce. I felt something break. My eyes did not move. My breath felt slow. He waited for my words. I had no words. He stood up slowly. He said he was sorry. He walked to the door. He left the house. I stayed alone. The room was silent. I sat for a long time. My tea was cold now. I looked at the window. The sky was gray. I touched my face. I felt tired skin. I saw my reflection. I did not know her. My hair was messy. My clothes looked old. My eyes looked empty. I asked myself, quietly, what happened to me? Where did I go? Why did I stop caring about myself? I felt a sharp pain. But it was real. It woke me up. I knew one thing. Nothing would be same. That day changed me. It broke my old life. It opened a hard door. I did not want this. But it was here now. I was alone. I was scared. But I was awake. I did not sleep that night. I lay in the dark. My eyes stayed open. My chest felt tight. My body felt empty. Morning came slowly. I stayed in bed. I did not move. I did not eat. I did not speak. The next days were the same. I woke up tired. My head felt heavy. My heart hurt all day. I cried without sound. I sat on the sofa. I stared at the wall. I felt nothing inside. Time moved slowly. I did not care. The house was messy. Dishes were everywhere. Clothes were on the floor. I could not clean. I could not try. I stopped showering. I stopped brushing my hair. I wore the same clothes. They smelled old. I did not mind. I checked my phone often. There was no message. There was no call. I felt more pain. I felt more shame. I thought about him. I thought about the other woman. I felt sick inside. I felt small and weak. I felt alone in everything. Some nights, I could not breathe. My hands shook a lot. My legs felt numb. I hugged a pillow. I cried into it. I ate simple snacks only. Sometimes, I skipped meals. Sometimes, I ate too much. I did not control anything. My body felt heavy. My children saw my face. They looked worried. I tried to smile. The smile felt fake. I felt worse after. Weeks passed slowly. Every day felt the same. The pain did not stop. The sadness did not stop. The fear did not stop. I felt like a ghost. I lived in the same house. But I felt far away. I felt lost inside. I could not find myself. One morning I woke up. I looked at the mirror. My face scared me. My eyes looked dead. My skin looked gray. I touched my cheek. It felt cold. I whispered one line. What happened to me? I sat on the floor. I cried again. My whole body shook. My breath broke fast. My tears did not stop. That day, I understood. I was not okay. I was not fine. I was falling apart. And I needed help. But I was not ready. I was still weak. I was still afraid. So, I stayed quiet. And I kept breathing. 3 months passed. The pain did not fade. It stayed in my chest. It stayed in my head. It stayed every day. I still felt slow. I still felt weak. I still cried at night. I still lost sleep. I still lived in fear. The house was quiet. Too quiet sometimes. I moved like a shadow. I ate very little. I spoke very little. My body felt heavy. My mind felt empty. I tried to stand up. But I could not. Not yet. One evening, I heard coughing. It came from my son's room. Then, from my daughter's room. Their voices were soft. They sounded sick. I walked to them, slowly. My hands were shaking. My heart beat fast. I opened my son's door. He was sweating in bed. I touched his forehead. It was very warm. He looked tired. His eyes were red. He whispered, "Mom." I felt something break. But not like before. It was not pain for him. It was pain for myself. I had not been present. I checked my daughter next. She was pale and weak. She had a small fever. She leaned on me. She said, "I feel bad." My breath stopped. My chest tightened. My hands turned cold. I felt deep fear. Not for me. For them. I sat between them. I held both hands. They were small hands. They trusted me still. They needed me now. In that moment, a clear thought came. I cannot stay broken. I cannot fall again. I cannot lose myself. I must stand up. For them. They only have me. No one else here. No one else with us. I brought water for them. I checked their temperature. I cleaned their faces. I sat by the bed. I stayed all night. My body was tired. My eyes were burning. But I did not move. I watched their breathing. I touched their hair. The night felt long. The room felt warm. The pain still lived in me. But another feeling came. A stronger feeling. I will not break. Not anymore. Not in front of them. Not in this house. Not in this life. Morning came slowly. The light touched the room. The children slept better. Their fever was mild. My heart was firm. I stood up, slowly. My legs were weak. But I stood anyway. I took a deep breath. I felt a small strength. It was the first strength in many months. Very small. Very quiet. But real. I walked to the kitchen. I cleaned the counter. I washed 2 dishes. I boiled warm soup. I waited for them to wake. I looked around the room. It was messy and old. But it was our home. And I needed to protect it. I needed to protect them. I said one line softly. I will start now. Not fast. Not big. But I will start. 3 long months had passed. My chest felt heavy and tired. But a small hope came. It was the first time in months. The children got better, slowly. Their fever went down. Their energy came back. They smiled again. They played again. I watched them, quietly. I felt calm. I felt grateful. But I also felt something new. A small push inside me. I needed a plan. A simple plan. Not big goals. Not a fast change. Just small steps. I started with the morning. I woke up early. I washed my face. I brushed my hair. I opened the window. Fresh air came in. The room felt lighter. I felt a little lighter too. Just a little. But it was real. I made breakfast for them. Warm eggs. Soft rice. Sweet fruit. Simple food. They sat at the table. They smiled at me. I smiled back. It felt strange. But also warm. After breakfast, I cleaned the kitchen. I picked up clothes. I folded blankets. I opened the curtains. The house changed slowly. It looked clearer. It felt safer. It felt more alive. And so did I. My body still felt heavy. My chest still hurt. My mind still wandered. I still missed my past. I still feared my future. But I kept moving. Step by step. Small steps only. Slow steps only. But they were mine. In the afternoon, I sat on the floor. I stretched my legs. My muscles were tight. My back felt stiff. I breathed in slowly. I breathed out slowly. My body relaxed a little. My hands stopped shaking. I felt inside myself again. I said one short line. I will take care of myself, of my body, of my life. The words felt simple, but strong. Stronger than before. Stronger than my fear. Stronger than my pain. Later that day, I wrote a small list. Just 3 things. Very small things. Things I could do. Wake up early. Eat real meals. Move my body. That was all. Nothing more. Nothing complicated. Nothing heavy. I looked at the list often. I kept it on the table. I kept it near my bed. I read it every morning. I read it every night. The list kept me steady. It gave me direction. It gave me focus. It gave me strength. A quiet strength. The children saw me try. They watched me move. They watched me clean. They watched me breathe. They watched me stand tall. My daughter hugged me. She said, "You look better." Her voice was soft. Her words were warm. My eyes filled with tears. Not from pain. Not from fear. But from hope. A small hope. A living hope. That night, I sat on my bed. I looked at the ceiling. I touched my chest. My heart still hurt. But it also beat steady. It beat strong. It beat with purpose. Maybe for the first time. In a very long time. I whispered to myself. This is the start. A real start. My start. And I believed it. 1 month passed. I kept my 3 steps. I woke up early. I ate real meals. I moved my body. Some days were good. Some days were hard. Some days, I felt strong. Some days, I felt broken. But I did not stop. At night, old memories returned. My heart felt tight. I saw my past again. I felt the same pain. I remembered the betrayal. I remembered the shock. I remembered his words. My chest burned. My eyes filled. Some nights I cried. Quiet tears. Slow tears. Tears I hid. Even from myself. Some days, I failed my steps. I stayed in bed. I ate nothing good. I did not move at all. I felt weak then. I felt angry at myself. I felt lost again. But, the next day, I tried again. I stood up. I cleaned the table. I cooked warm food. I walked outside. I breathed in fresh air. I did not give up. Not this time. Not again. Not ever. Slowly, the house changed first. The floor looked clean. The shelves looked neat. The air felt fresh. Then, my days changed. I made breakfast. I cleaned laundry. I helped the children. I kept my small list. Life looked normal again. At least from outside. People saw a calm life. People saw order. People saw a normal routine. But inside, I still healed slowly. Very slowly. Step by step. Breath by breath. One morning, I stood in front of the mirror. I looked at myself. Really looked. Without turning away. I saw my face. Round cheeks. Tired eyes. Dry skin. I saw stress on my face. I saw my body. Heavy arms. Soft belly. Weak muscles. No shape anymore. I touched my waist. I touched my hair. I pressed my stomach. I felt surprise. And sadness. I whispered softly. This is me now. But this is not the end. It was not about beauty. Not about anyone else. Not about my ex. Not about revenge. Not about anger. It was about me. My health. My strength. My confidence. My new life. I wanted a better body. I wanted more energy. I wanted to feel alive. Not tired all the time. Not weak all the time. So I sat at the table. I opened my notebook. I turned to a new page. I held my pen. My hand felt steady. I wrote a new plan. Very simple. Very clear. Very real. Walk every day. Eat cleaner food. Drink more water. Stretch my body. Sleep earlier. I added more. Care for my skin. Care for my hair. Wear simple makeup. Wear clean clothes every day. Not to impress anyone. Not to chase anyone. Not to fill the empty space. Only for myself. Only for my own life. I looked at the plan. My heart felt warm. My eyes felt soft. My chest felt light. For the first time in years, I said one quiet line. I will change for me. Even if it takes time. Even if it is slow. I will do it. And with that, a new part of my life began again. A small beginning. But a real beginning. The next morning, I woke early. I made breakfast, quickly. Then, I walked outside. The air was fresh. My legs moved slowly. My chest felt strong. After my walk, I prepared lunch. Rice, vegetables, and fruit. I ate carefully. I felt my body notice. I spent the afternoon busy. I cleaned the living room. Folded laundry. Organized the kitchen. I kept my mind busy. So, I did not think about him. Sometimes at night, hard thoughts returned. Memories of pain. Memories of betrayal. So, I stayed busy all day. My body and mind were tired enough to rest without sadness. Each day I followed my plan. Walk in the morning. Stretch in the afternoon. Drink more water. Eat better meals. Take care of my skin. Brush my hair. Wear clean clothes. Slowly, my body changed. My muscles became stronger. My belly felt firmer. I had more energy. I could move faster. I felt lighter. My skin looked better. My hair felt soft. My eyes looked brighter. I felt clean and fresh. I felt proud inside. The house looked better too. The kitchen was clean. The bedrooms were neat. The living room smelled fresh. Everything felt organized. One afternoon, I looked in the mirror. I smiled a little. Not for anyone else. Only for myself. I saw a woman trying. I saw a woman changing. I kept my notebook open. I added small goals every day. Walk a little longer. Drink one more glass of water. Try a new vegetable. Stretch 5 more minutes. After 1 week, I noticed small changes. I slept better at night. I woke up with more energy. Even when memories came, I kept going. After 2 weeks, my children noticed. Mom, you look strong. Mom, you look happy. I smiled. It felt good to hear. I realized change is slow. It does not happen fast. It does not happen all at once. But it happens if I keep going. Every day, I worked a little. Every day, I tried something. Every day, I chose myself. Every day, I saw small results. The morning was quiet again. I made tea and ate breakfast. I stretched my arms and legs. I felt my body stronger. I felt small confidence growing. I looked at myself in the mirror. My hair was softer today. My skin looked brighter. I straightened my back. I smiled at the reflection. I thought about money. Bills, rent, and children. I remembered being dependent. I needed a plan. I needed to start now. I opened my notebook. I wrote simple goals. Find a small job. Learn new skills. Manage my money better. I searched online quietly. Jobs for people like me. Part-time work. Remote work. Things I could try. I wrote down possibilities. Sometimes, bad memories returned. I felt pain inside. But I tried to move forward. I reminded myself, softly. I did not fail. I had changed, already. I had strength now. I could try again. I planned small steps. Update my resume first. Ask friends for advice. Practice basic skills. Set a realistic goal. The afternoon was busy. I cooked a warm meal. I cleaned the kitchen. I folded clothes neatly. I checked my notebook again. I felt tired. But it was different. Tired with purpose. Tired with progress. Tired, but not broken. In the evening, I walked around the block. My legs felt lighter. My mind was calm. I imagined my future. It looked possible. I whispered one line. I can do this. Slowly, step by step. Little by little. I will start again. Even when memories returned, I did not stop. I focused on myself. I planned my days. I believed in small change. By night, I felt small hope. It lived in my chest. A quiet, strong hope. For health, for work, for me. Weeks had passed. I kept following my plan. My body felt stronger. My skin looked brighter. I felt more confident each day. I opened my notebook. I checked my goals. It was time to act. I needed money. I needed independence. I sent job applications. One by one, slowly. Sometimes, no reply came. Sometimes, they ignored me. It was discouraging at first. I kept trying anyway. Each day, I applied. I practiced my skills. I updated my resume. I learned a little more. Weeks passed again. Finally, a reply came. They wanted an interview. I felt nervous, but ready. All my effort led here. I dressed neatly. I combed my hair. I practiced my answers. I repeated them softly. I felt my heart calm. The interview went well. I answered, slowly and clearly. I listened carefully. I asked small questions. I felt proud afterwards. I started part-time work. I earned a little money. I saved carefully each day. I could see my progress. I felt small independence growing. My routine stayed the same. I walked and stretched. I ate healthy meals. I cared for my skin and hair. I felt stronger and brighter. At night, I looked at my notebook. I smiled at my small wins. I whispered softly, I can do this. I believed in myself more. I knew I could manage alone. Even when bad memories came, I focused on my plans. I worked, step by step. I felt hope growing inside. I was moving forward finally. At first, it was hard. The children missed the old days. They argued more often. I felt tired and unsure. Some nights, I cried quietly. I kept following my plan. I worked, exercised, and rested. I ate healthy meals. I cared for my skin and hair. I stayed focused on my goals. Weeks passed slowly. The children began to adjust. They saw me trying. They saw me working hard. They saw me smiling again. I earned more money. I managed it carefully. I felt capable and strong. I could support myself fully. I felt proud inside. My body grew stronger. My hair shone brighter. My skin looked healthy. I walked taller and straighter. I felt beautiful and confident. The children noticed changes. Mom, you are strong. Mom, you look happy. I smiled at their words. I felt hope and joy. I faced challenges still. Sometimes, memories hurt me. Sometimes, fear returned quietly. But I did not stop. I kept moving forward. I showed the children courage. I showed them strength. I showed them life goes on. I showed them not to give up. They watched and learned. Slowly, I believed again. I believed in myself. I believed in my life. I believed in small progress. I believed in new beginnings. Now, I feel proud. I am stronger than before. I am healthier and happier. I am independent and capable. I am ready for anything. I smile at the mirror. I see a woman changed. I see a woman confident. I see a woman brave. I see myself fully alive.